We are, I'm hoping that I have audio and that the audio is good and that you hear me. That's what I'm hoping. Let me see. What about right now? Okay, so that looks like that's the channel that the text is going to come in on. All right, so we are getting all of this together because we're getting ready to do another watch party. Personally, I am frustrated and I'm just over it. There's two different things going on, and I'll tell you both of them in just one moment. Okay? Give me just 1 second. I need to get my. All right. Hey, you all are the first ones here. Can you let me know if you can hear me and if there's any double audio and how the audio sounds, please? Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, Genesis. Hey, Faith. Welcome, everybody. I just need to know if the audio is good. And I'm going to update the, okay, so, all right, loud and clear. Okay, perfect. And I am going to get it a little bit closer to me. I'm feeling a sort of way today, but before we start talking, let me get the thumbnail updated because I did create a thumbnail. Shalia, where have you been? My goodness. Welcome back to the land of the living, girl. All right, so today we're going to be doing a watch party. I do have some popcorn waiting. I don't know if I'm going to need the popcorn, but we'll see. We're supposed to be looking at the receipts that Princella posted up. You all have been telling me, and you know, I do my watch parties on the weekend, but yesterday was Mother's Day. Where's the. They changed some stuff around behind the scenes. There's some hiss in the background. Lord, that's not supposed to be. Let me see. Hold on. You're not supposed to hear a hiss. Let me turn. Hold on. Let me turn this up. All right. So I've turned up my background noise filter. Let me know if the hiss has gone away because you should not be hearing a hiss. My audio is supposed to be radio station perfect. So just let me know whether or not you hear any more hiss. I need you to let me know. I'm waiting for your response because then we're going to go live on every platform. I'm just trying to get the, I'm going to put this in downloads because it's frustrating. All right. Better, but not perfect. I need to know what you're hearing because I can't hear what you're hearing. To me, it sounds perfect. Hey, Karomi. Fulani is ready for the watch party. Okay, I have that on. I'm going to add monetization to the video. I am going to put them every 12 minutes. And damn it, I left my timer in the gym. So I'm going to have to put on my little timer, this one, and we're going to put this on for, let's do 40 minutes for the first go round. All right, so let us go ahead and I need you all to just let me know. Audio's perfect. All right. So Shalia is saying she needs to resubscribe. Honey, you needed to be on the text notification squad. Everybody who's on the text notification squad never got any interruptions. I've been telling you all for years, these sites are hating, and you know that. So let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. My applause is coming in on the wrong channel. Hold on, let me see this. Ugh. All right. Damn it, I don't have my thing up on the screen. Let's just pause for a second and get ourselves together. I am not sick, I'm just tired. I'm tired. We're going to cover this story, but I'm fatigued. It's like, at what point do we start elevating ourselves and the conversations that we're having? You all know that I'm in the background pursuing my dreams. And there's a lot of high-level people looking at my channel. And when they come to my channel, what do they see me doing? I'm talking about a damn lesbian love affair fallout with a queer maker and a person who was straight and then dabbled and was curious, and then all of this other stuff. And it's like, it's frustrating because it's like, these are the leaders. I'm having to review the leaders that so many people are watching. I have to sit here and review it. Well, I don't have to, but this is where we are. And it's frustrating and saddening because this is the cream of the crop. I mean, where are the real change agents? Like, people who are really, really, really in here rolling up their sleeves, doing the work. People who would do the work if there was no money involved. Now, everybody deserves to get paid, but I'm talking about people who have a passion for the work that they're doing. And the thing is that I feel like I have to bite my tongue because so many of you are just not in a space to be able to hear the truth. Otherwise, I would have spoken it months ago. And today I'm frustrated because there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and it's like, life be lifing. This is real life that we deal with when these computers are off. And I'm like, are we not discerning enough to be able to see through the effery? But we're not. So here we are. Nonetheless. Oh, my comments are not up on the screen. Let me go ahead and get this this thumbnail up so that we can have it up on the screen when we go live on these other platforms. I think this is sad. I think it's sad that people don't understand that when you're in charge of someone's healing, you don't put your genitals on them. It would seem like that's just common knowledge. When you have power over a person, when you are leading a person to a better, like when you are, let's just go ahead and get fucking live on these goddamn channels and just talk about the fucking story, because this is frustrating. Because I get tired month after month, year after year. We have to come over and over and do this over and over and over and over again. Let's just go ahead and go live. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on Facebook. And of course, we are live on YouTube, which is the main platform. And I am your host, Tanya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. The music is kind of loud. Let me turn this down just a wee bit. All right. And I am a self-love specialist. When I decided that I was going to help people, I spent a year and a half becoming trained as a life coach with a nationally accredited program. That's what I did. I went and I spent 2 years becoming a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I am on a new journey of finding ways to level myself up so that I can help you level up. For those of you behind the scenes, you know what's going on with me and the changes and the steps that I'm elevating myself to help you all elevate as well. I just wish that you all were as discerning with your leaders, that you required of them to have some sort of track record. Because some people, you go back just 3 years, and they're dancing to the beat of a completely different drum. You go back 1 year and they got content attacking people who look like you. You go back 6 months, just all you got to do is just scroll down the timeline. Some people don't even bother to delete. And there are people who are talking about how you should be Hawaiian punched in the face. Oh, yes, they're talking about you and how men should do X, Y, Z to you and blah, 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 right? And I bring all of this up because I feel that it's relevant. It's going to go over some people's head, and that's all right. Today, I'm ready to fight. I'm fatigued. What we're doing today is we're having a watch party to look at Princella the Queenmaker, her receipts. I don't know what's in the video because I haven't seen it. I'm watching it with you all for the first time. And I'm saddened, honestly. I'm saddened because people take this for joke. They take this for puppy show. Like, this doesn't really matter to some people. It's a grift. It's the topic du jour. Because so many of us Black women are like beached whales, waiting for somebody to come, push us in the water, or the tide to come in and bring us back out. We're not discerning enough to be able to look and see that a person is not qualified to lead in a particular way. And today I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired because behind the scenes, I'm working on making my dreams come true, and I'm spent. Because when you want to elevate to the next level, it requires a tremendous amount of internal fuel and fortitude. And I'm fatigued. And I'm looking at where it is. Somebody said, Rod, it's not a puppy show, but you know what I'm saying. I'm looking at where it is that we are as a community, and I'm fatigued. I'm fatigued. So I see somebody calling out names and giving criticisms. I want us to remember that this is never about the people that we're reviewing. It is always about us, because I would be wasting my time sitting here trying to discuss other people. I need us to look at ourselves. I need you, when you see this, to find the lesson for yourself in every single thing that we're discussing today. Chrissy just spoke a word in the comments. So listen, I'm your host, Tanya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist. I specialize in helping you learn how to love yourself. I watch viral content with you all and help you find the self-love lessons in the viral content. So right now, what's going on in the Black woman sphere? There's a woman by the name of Princella The Queenmaker from the High Powered podcast. She started going viral about a year ago, maybe. There were a lot of people who were online pushing for folks to interview her, saying her stuff was revolutionary and behaving in a way that people on in guerrilla marketing campaigns behave with this targeted word of mouth, right? She had a message that she wrote a book, Men Are Incapable of Love. And there are a lot of women who bought the book and have read the book and have listened to the lessons. I interviewed her on my show last year. She says that because she went to undergrad for molecular biology, I believe she said it was, that has given her insight into the molecules of men. I'm trying to control my face right now, right? And that this has assisted her in learning what it is that she needed in order to be able to come out to save the masses. And there are a lot of women who have followed suit. Last year, 7 months ago, she got into a relationship with another female blogger by the name of B. Taylor, who is the woman that you see right here on the side of the thumbnail. Her and B. Taylor were entangled for about 3 to 6 months. And quite recently, her ex-lover, as Princella has put it, her ex-lover has come forward to share her rendition of events about how Princella is not who she says that she is. I listened to the story. We did a watch party, and I saw a lot of self-love lessons in there for us. In the melee of it all, Princella has come forward with a response. And her response is to show receipts that what it is that she said is the truth. Today is part 1 because it's a 3-hour video. So we're going to work on going through the 3 hours in 2 different parts. I'm hoping that by the time I come out to do the video tomorrow that I'll be in a much better mood than I am in today. Because I must admit, I'm not in the best of moods today, right? So forgive me in advance for this not being as jovial as my typical video. All right? So let's continue. Let's bust into it right now. All right, so this is Princella's video, and here we go. And it's beautiful that I have inspired so many people to get their applause track and all of these different things. I'm happy that I've been able to inspire people because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Nikita wants to know why she's getting commercials on the live. You'll get commercials about every 12 minutes because this video is monetized so that I can earn money from the live viewers who are watching. Right now, there's 500 people on YouTube, 54 on Facebook, 19 on Twitter, 1 on Twitch. And the numbers will go up from here. Let's continue going forward. But why do people... Oh.
You think I am. Let's put it that way.
Hold
Supporting
on.
the message
and
supporting who you think I am.
All right. My bad. My bad. I need to fix my thing so that the sound...
All right. Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, y'all doing? All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. This is impromptu. I want you to know that I appreciate you being subscribers, you supporting who I am or who you think I am. Let's put it that way. Supporting the message and supporting who you think I am, who you believe that I am, right? I've been out here for quite a while. I've been out here longer than 2.5 years. I've been on YouTube.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Go to TanyaTKO.com and click on text and join the text notification squad. I've been telling you all this for the past year or 2 years, so that you can be here on time. I spent the first 10 minutes of this video recapping who this woman is. If you're coming in 10, 20 minutes late, writing, trying to find out who it is, I can't continue to go over that every 20 minutes. This is our third video in this series. So please watch the other 2 videos and let's continue to go forward. All right. Somebody said put her on 1.5 speed. She talks slow. Let's go ahead and change the playback speed to 1.75. There we go.
Solid for 2.5 years. But I've been on, Facebook for a lot longer. So my length of time for being here is probably a good 8 years, 9 years, okay? And I've built up a solid reputation, a reputation that I earned, right? And I have a character about myself that I have worked hard to maintain. And this past week has been really interesting, really trying, and a lot of people don't know what happened and where it came from, right? And it appears that there is a success on the attempt to try to tear me down and to make me look a certain way. And I have been very quiet on it. I have said some things on TikTok and people have screen recorded who I was talking to, right? And put it on here, but that doesn't do any justice. And I want you to know that I could have done this publicly. When you all see what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you who's the bigger person. Because if this was anybody else, serious retaliation would occur. But I'm going to show you how I've been the whole time, right? It is important to me that you who have invested into me financially, you have invested your time and your energy into watching me, into believing in me and who I am. I feel in my heart that if don't nobody else know, that you should know, not believe, forget belief. I want you to know beyond the shadow of any doubt that who I present myself to be online, what I speak about, what I teach, I want you to know beyond the shadow of a doubt that I carry myself the same way off the camera. I have allowed this girl to spew blatant lies all over the internet. And she has dragged my child into this. Why, Princella? Why would she do this? Why would she do this? We're going to find out why she did it. I'm going to take you all the way back from the beginning to the end. And I'm not going to, as you know me, Princella stand on verifiable facts. It's not going to be no he say, she say here. I have not watched a single thing that she has recorded and put out on the net. I haven't. I don't even know what all she has said, which is why I have my assistant on the line. Livette. Okay, all right, because you got some feedback or something. I got my assistant on the line to tell me everything that I have been accused of. I don't know all the things that I have been accused of. I don't know everything she said because I have not watched anything. I do know that I've been getting messages and people are saying she is extremely foul. And one of the things that she's saying are negative things surrounding me and my child, which is totally inappropriate and unacceptable. Okay. So Livette is my assistant and she's my moderator on all of my channels. So she's on the line right now, and she's compiled a list of things that I have been accused of. I want you to tell me everything that I have been accused of first, okay? And then we're going to go down memory lane. We're going to do it through text messages, though. I have a list of text messages, time-stamped, screenshot, and everything from October all the way up until April 29th, the day that she did her expose video. From October 3rd or something like that, all the way to April 29th, it's going to paint an entire picture of what is going on out here on the net. And you, who are my true supporters, you will get to see what happens when you start to climb. And people who can't go with you, you'll see how they do you. Livette, can you tell me what I've been accused of, please?
I think one of the biggest things is that you have a God complex.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
I honestly don't know. I just keep hearing it, to be honest with you. I will be honest with you. When B. Taylor did her video right after she got blocked last week.
Don't even mention her name. Don't even mention just her.
Yeah, her. When she did the video last week after she got blocked, I didn't listen to much of it, especially when she started kind of talking about your baby. I just logged out because I felt like it was disrespectful. But that is one of the biggest things. That you have a God complex. I honestly don't even really know what that means. I've never even looked that up.
I don't know what that means either. I mean, because none of us are. I don't know what she mean by God. I'm just a disciplined individual who just operates a different way. Okay, so I don't know what that means. Okay, so what's the next thing I've been accused of?
Why do you feel like it's your job to save women? And these questions aren't necessarily coming from her. This is the list of questions.
No, I don't want the questions. I just want the accusations.
Oh,
no questions right now.
That you think? Yeah, you think.
I need to pause real quick. I just want to Google God complex. Because just look at this. All right. So God complex, according to dictionary.com, it's a noun, a conviction that one is infallible, merits special attention and privileges not enjoyed by other people, and can achieve anything one wants. A non-clinical name for a narcissistic personality disorder. What does having a God complex mean? A God complex is a pattern in which an individual believes they have great power, ability, infallibility, influence, and are so superior to others. It often refers to behaviors associated with narcissistic personality disorder. That's according to verywellmind.com. Let's see. 11 clear signs that you have a God complex, WikiHow. Let's see. What is a God complex? A God complex is characterized by extreme entitlement and arrogance. When you have a God complex, you might feel like you are the most intelligent person in the room. It can also be tough to give up control to other people or place any trust in them. Examine your behavior and the way you communicate with others. A few key narcissistic tendencies can indicate a God complex. Signs of a God complex: feelings of grandiosity, lack of empathy, inconsiderate behavior and bullying, intense need for praise, exploitation of other people, gaslighting, isolating from other people, lack of respect for boundaries, a string of unsuccessful relationships, refusal to take responsibility, narcissistic personality disorder, and then it starts talking about seek professional help. This is from WikiHow. Let me just say this. I do not discuss publicly the conversations and interactions that I have privately and offline. I don't discuss those publicly. I give people anonymity. I value, the off the recordness of private conversations. I don't record conversations and get into all of that stuff, right? I don't post people's text messages and all of this other. I don't do all of that, right? And I tell you all, and I've been telling you all for many years, right? That the people that you see in front of the camera, that the people that you see online, that there's a whole other thing that exists. Most of the people that I've interacted with online, the things were very different offline. For some people, just the complete opposite. Like, let's say there's a person that's like, I'm rich, I'm wealthy. The person is facing housing insecurity. A person who's like, my husband is this and that. Their husband is sleeping in another room and they about to get divorced. A person who is like, I am this, I am that. Behind the scenes, they scarfing down all types of stuff. So I just want you all to take what any and everybody says online with a grain of salt, because we do not know these people. We do not know what it is that they're doing in their private life. So this is why we have to really just only take our self-love lessons for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Cutie Pie is saying, I commented that, what you said in the, yeah, people are not, yeah. Let's continue forward.
It's your job to save women.
Okay, Nick.
You are a narc.
Okay, I'm a narc. Okay.
You're dodging the accusations because you're not talking about it, and you talk about everything else. You were sending her mixed messages.
Okay.
Why did you take her to California if y'all were broke up?
Okay.
You get triggered when you're questioned.
Okay.
Let's
start with the narc. Let's start with I'm a narcissist. I'm a narcissist. What else? Do I use people? I'm a predator. Okay, somebody say I'm a predator. Okay, these are all the accusations. That's all. We'll talk about what people want to ask me later. Okay. All right. So did I groom her? Okay, thank you. Okay, I groomed her. I
pulled her out of the closet.
I pulled her out the closet. That I had that. Y'all know, just keep typing it in the comments, all this stuff, because we finna go down memory lane. And
I'm watching the comments.
I'm going to show you through text messages, and you can come to your own conclusion of what you actually think it is. Okay? So let's go here. October 22nd. Now, when I first met her, it was on the internet. She actually reached out to me. She reached out to me first. After she found me after Yanni had invited me up onto the platform. It was Yanni was talking to her, and then she brought me up. If y'all remember that's the video that Yanni made private. I was on her platform, and then she made it private because she felt like she didn't want it was too harsh for her audience or something. Y'all remember that? She was talking to B. Taylor then. B. Taylor then reaches out to me through Instagram and asked me to come on her platform. That's how I ended up even knowing who she was. Then she would reach out and say all these things that was happening with the manosphere and how they dragging her and things like that. And so I just said, I will help you. And this is when I came to quote unquote rescue her from the manosphere, right? I took her from him. And I took her from him publicly. Y'all remember that? That was online. That's easily pulled up evidence y'all can go find. I took her. And then she invited me out to come out with her, right? C.B. Taylor was actually feeling me, because we went out about 3 times. The second time we went out, I sat across from her. B. Taylor got offended from me. Can you mute your mic? And I'll let you know when to stop, because I hear all that in the background. She got offended because I didn't sit next to her. She felt rejected. So when I met her, it was in September, around her birthday. I think I did the live on her birthday. The first time when I was on her show, it was on her birthday. That was September. So we started dating very shortly after that. The very first text message I sent her after we ran into some conflict was October 22nd. And this is the text message from October 22nd. She said, tried calling you back. I say, I'll call you right back. I'm on the other line with my copywriter. Doing business like I always do. Okay, kisses. Y'all, this is October 22nd. She say I groomed her. Between September and October, when would I have time to groom her? She already sending me kissy faces. October 22nd. She say, miss you already, hearts. When did I have time to groom her between September 26th and October 22nd? That ain't even a full month.
Nobody knows what took place in those 30 days. Grooming an adult, that's a little, but nobody knows what took place. You started in October. Why don't we start in September? Why we started a month later? The damn relationship was only 3 months long. We starting 1/3 of the way in? Come on now. Well, the romantic part of the relationship was 3 months. It seems like it was lingering on for another 4. Let's see.
That's not even a full month, y'all. I say, miss you too, love. I will be calling you shortly. October 23rd. This is me. I say, I apologize for how I reacted. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Minor bumps are expected when you're learning to flow with someone. We're in the beginning stages of learning each other, and I'm up for the challenge. Have a great night's sleep, and we'll speak soon. Does that sound like a narcissist to you? That's October 23rd. This is still not even...
Well, whatever happened on that phone call apparently didn't go well. I'm confused.
a full month. We still got 3 days before it becomes 30 days. I don't think a narc would send a message like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Lavette, what you think? Do you think a narc would say something like this?
Please, I want to move forward, because what does this have to do with whether or not a person has narcissistic personality disorder? Did you go to a effing psychologist and get analyzed? Not some circumstantial text message with a lot of other stuff left out. Would a narc do this? What we just saw about God complex and NPD, one thing is gaslighting. An apology can be gaslitatorial. I don't understand what this is supposed to be proof of.
Just asking.
No, I don't believe that.
Because I apologized to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
What were you apologizing for? How many apologies came before it? Was there changed behavior?
October 23rd. December 5th. December 5th. October 23rd. That's almost towards the end of the month. You got 8 days left in the month. Make sure you mute your mic, because I hear all that. Okay. October 23rd, we got 8 days left in the month.
How does that relate to anything?
Before it's November.
Okay.
Didn't see really no activity in my text messages in November. But December 5th at that.
Okay. If we're going to show everything, what you showing sparse here and there, from October to December, you talking about you didn't see many text messages. What type of relationship was this that there wasn't daily text messages? I mean, come on now. I mean, we missed the first month, then we go from October to now near the end of the relationship. Let's see what's going on.
Already, I'm having to send long text messages to explain something to her. December 5th. I say, I've got to walk around way too much stuff with you. Baby, this ain't even 90 days. It's not even 90 days, y'all. From October 23rd, from the first apology that I made to her, to December 5th. Okay, I can take that October. Maybe I did something to hurt your feelings. So I apologize. I'm trying to get to learn you. We need to learn each other. So
Read the message. This sounds crazy. Read it.
1 month from September 26th to October 23rd. Let's go ahead and go to October 26th. That's 1 month. Go to November 26th. That's 2
just
months.
read the message.
And it ain't even a full 2 months because I didn't start dating her the moment I met her in person. Now
We
go to
don't
December
know
5th,
what
baby. This is not
happened the
even
moment
90
you
days
met
in.
in person.
I say I gotta walk around way too much stuff with you. I say, number one, my position on males as a whole. You will never cease to stop projecting your connections to your sons on the overall dynamics of male relationship to the planet, which will inevitably cause random bouts of conflict at any unknown time that I may not be conscious of. Who deals with that? I do. That inevitably disrupts peace. My position was this way before I chose to be with you, and it will remain this way. I told myself I wouldn't date women with male children for this very reason. Yet, I'm with you and I treat your sons like I would righteously treat any human being I deal with. But I still get I don't know what I was trying to say right there. Number two, the projections of your past male relationships on a completely new female relationship.
Hold on. Why you took it off the screen? Hold on.
On a completely new female relationship.
Okay.
I say no matter how much different you see this relationship to be, there is an undeniable urge for you to project a negative thought or emotion on it. Who deals with that? I do. Which impacts the quality of our relationship. Number three, OCD. The longer I stay around, the more annoyed you will get with me for not being as compulsive and obsessive as you. So no matter how much I do help clean, there will never be a moment where you will not get annoyed with me and totally forget that I am not some deadweight person who leaves all the work on you. Number four, then you get to dump on me how you feel randomly about things that you feel make me a problem to you. You want me to do nothing about it and leave me no out to rationalize or solve the problem. Okay?
Hold on.
Okay. So let me read it again. Then you get to dump off on me how you feel randomly about things that you feel make me a problem to you, yet want me to do nothing about it and leave me no out to rationalize or solve the problem. So now I have to sit in negative feelings and get criticized for expressing my emotions anyway. If I yell, I'm wrong. If I move my hands too much or if I hit the steering wheel, I'm wrong. If I leave without saying something, I'm wrong. This is a no-win situation for me, and everything has to be your way. There is no peace in a setup like this. This is beginning to become an every other day argumentative connection. I live in my head, and everything you say and do to me is being logically recorded, analyzed, and weighed against pros and cons automatically. You have the power to shift my perspective of you drastically.
Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Yo, so her receipt. Hold on. Let me go closer to the mic. I heard about misophonia or misophilia, where certain sounds trigger you. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't get too close to the mic while I'm eating popcorn. This is the receipt that she's providing. That she punching on steering wheels, yelling, that she ain't very neat or clean. Good God, oh fucking mighty. What? Listen. What? Hold on. Let me read the Tinyasa. Let me read this Tinyasa. Let me make this larger so I can read this. Then you get to dump off on me how you feel randomly about things that you feel make me a problem to you. You want me to do nothing about it and leave me no out to rationalize or solve the problem. So now I have to sit in negative feelings and get criticized for expressing my emotions anyway. If I yell, I'm wrong. If I move my hands too much or hit the steering wheel, I'm wrong. If I leave without saying something, I'm wrong. So just getting up and walking out the damn house? Oh, my Lord, have mercy, my mercy, my mercy. Oh my goodness. Listen. It's time for us to take a doggone dance break. And I ain't in the mood to dance. Oh my goodness. Let me put this down. All right, come on. I don't know what. Hold on. Let me put this back up because I need to. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Let us get this let's get some music up. So listen, one thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning of the broadcast, I probably need to mention this in the beginning of all broadcasts. On my channel, we don't stand here, so we don't sit here for hours upon hours. We're about self-love on this channel. So there's 3 things that I need for you all to do. One, I need for you to always, when you're listening to this, make this about a lesson that you can learn about loving yourself more deeply. One of the things that I'm listening to right now as I'm hearing this, and you have to remember that people have a way of telling you who it is that they are. You just have to be paying attention. What it is that I'm hearing is that many of the things or some of the things that B. Taylor said are true about explosive outbursts, about the toxicity of walking away and or just leaving or just the whole this just seems like a bad look to me, right? But nonetheless, one of the things that I'm seeing is that there's a lot more than meets the eye, because this right here, and then the admission of the issues with the cleanliness and stuff, calling a person OCD. Now, we all know there's 2 sides to a story, my side, your side, and the side and the truth that lies somewhere in the middle. B. Taylor said this woman had a pee-pee mattress, that it had pee stains in it. And now this woman is admitting that she's considering another person, quote unquote, OCD, and that she just can't be as clean as the woman. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's get a song up here so that we can move. So that's one of the first things. The other thing that I need you all to do is every 30 to 40 minutes, we're going to get up and we're going to move. We just want to just not be sitting down the whole time. So get up, stretch, bend over, do some squats, touch the floor, get down on the floor, get up, balance on one leg, stretch your arms, stretch your legs, whatever it is that you need to do, just do it. Get up and move. Let's see. You know what? I like this country song. Hell of a time. Let's listen to some of this. Here, all right. So listen. Here we go. Listen.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank.
All right, get up out your seat. All right.
Till I'm back at the farm. I'm pulling up the tub.
Listen. All you gotta do is just get up.
Do some cruising, baby. Get a little stuck. It's a Saturday, you're right. First East is the spot.
I don't hear this thing.
We're on a boat, we're feeling fine.
Listen.
Drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time.
All right. Listen, all you gotta do is move. That's it.
Yeah, we're chilling out here. Ladies in the rear, feet in the water. Top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron or a beer in a cup. We all get to dance and I get to chancing, kissing that country girl, romancing a whole lot of love.
All right.
Bumping out of the bar.
you. Thank you. Thank you for investing in yourself and getting up and just moving a little bit. And one of the things that I want you to take away from my videos is when you're sitting at work, when you're on a long drive, when you're binge watching TV, love yourself enough to be like, I understand I have a 2-hour drive. I'm going to pull over about halfway, just stretch my legs, just get the heart pumping, jump up and down outside your car. You know, we've been conditioned toxically from the time that we were in kindergarten to sit in chairs. We are naturally, as human beings, supposed to squat down, low to the ground. We are not supposed to be sitting in chairs for 8 hours a day. And our lives are lives that are set up for our failure. So please, I know I look silly when I dance. I know I'm not doing the hottest moves. But what I am doing is I'm just loving myself enough to just move. That's all I ask of you. Just move. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the train, stand up about halfway through. Walk up the stairs instead of taking the escalator. Walk from the back, park in the furthest part of the parking lot. That's all I ask of you. That's all I ask. It's like, it's little things, because at the end of the day, this is your body. This is the only body that you have to live in. So take care of it. It's not about what your employer says. It's not about trying to get home the quickest. It's about loving yourself enough to recognize that you've been sitting down for a long time and just get up. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. So let's jump back. And dancing, let me ask you all a question. If you danced during this break, or at least moved, and you feel better now than you did before you moved, because I even feel a little bit better. I started this video, I was in a little bit of a funk. I moved and I feel better. If you feel better, put up a 1. If you didn't move, put up a 0. Let's see. Let's see. If you didn't move, put up a 0. But if you feel better, put up a 1. I want people to see that when you move and you get your heart moving and you just, I don't know, just get into the movements, that it makes you feel better. I'm going to put up a 1 for myself because I feel better. And Patriot is saying, I moved the whole time like a fool by myself in my room. Listen, exactly. Make a fool of yourself, because at the end of the day, all right, so you see, okay. So there's some people that didn't move. I challenge you to challenge yourself to get up during the next break. I'm going to set the timer. We're going to get up. We're going to set it at 37 minutes, all right? And then we're going to get up. So Zariah, the people who are putting up 0, I challenge you, even if you can't get up, like let's say you're driving, squeeze your glutes, wave your hand overhead. Just do something to move to just get the heart rate up just a little bit. If you're laying in bed, let's say you're in another country, right? Maybe you can put your hands behind your head and maybe do like some little core work. Maybe you can do it to the beat, you know, maybe left or right or whatever. At the end of the day, this is your body, this is your life, and I just want you to live it to the fullest. All right? All right. So Luisa's saying you're tired because you flew. Well, then just stretch. Stretch your arms, stretch them across you, bend down and touch your legs. Love yourself enough to do that little act of self-love and kindness for your body. All right, so let's jump back into this video that we're watching. And Zuri is saying, I move all day for a living. I just want to sit for a change. I hear you. Stretch. It's a reminder to just stretch. And I know it can be difficult, especially if you have like a service job and you stand up all day. Just stretch. Stretch your calves. Love your body enough to just stretch. Massage your feet. Do something for yourself that you are taking intervals at. I understand you want to sit down, but we're going to be sitting down for 3 hours. And so please get up. Don't just sit here for 3 hours. Get up. All right? All right. Zoraya's going to move next break. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So let's jump back into this video. Okay, and then another thing, so it said, okay, if I leave without saying something, I'm wrong. Yes. If you're in the middle of a conversation and you leave without a goodbye, without resolving the situation, yes, that's not healthy. This is a no-win situation for me, and everything has to be your way. There is no peace in a set to like this. So whenever somebody starts talking in absolutes, they're already wrong. Everything has to be your way. Look, if you're walking out and if you're doing this, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, you know what? I forgot to check the apples. You know what? I'll check it on the next break. If you look inside the description area, $ Tanya TKO is the Cash App tag. Send yours through. I'm going to be reading those in a moment. Okay. Um, this is beginning to become an every other day argumentative connection. I live in my head, and everything you say and do to me, everything. Listen, I just want you to pay attention. If you're with a person who is speaking in absolutes, always, everything, nothing, never, you have to be very careful about what it is that they're communicating, because once a person speaks in absolutes, they're already wrong, because all it takes is just for one time or one thing for it not to be true. So you just have to be very careful, because this isn't a healthy way to discuss, right? I live in my head, and everything you say and do to me is being logically recorded, analyzed, and weighed against pros and cons automatically. You have the power to shift my perspective of you drastically. This to me doesn't sound healthy. I live in my head, and everything you say. So now you're taking notes and recording. And now it's up to that person to drastically change your perspective. If it's not a good fit, fucking leave the relationship. If this is an every other day argumentative connection, why just this doesn't sound healthy in any way.
That's December. That's December 5th. That was text message number 2. Oh, number 3. My bad. Text message number 4. I said, this is a very emotionally one-sided relationship where I am the one expected to have all the grace and understanding for all these mortar minds. Seldom visit really does make a longer friendship. Then, on top of all that, I make an effort to be around you by driving all the way over here, and you never cease to be negative. What makes you think I want to voluntarily fuck up my mood and walk on eggshells, never knowing what I could do or say to piss you off? I really feel like it ain't never good enough. I spent damn near $100 on dinner last night. I've driven 3 times today from this side to the other side of town. I have chest pains.
So now what it sounds like to me is like there's a score being kept. I did this. You are always doing this. I paid this amount of money. I drove here. I did this. I did that.
I just need to be in peace, so I'm going home where I belong. I just need to be in peace, so I'm going home where I belong. This is December 5th, y'all. According to her and the accusations, I'm a narcissist.
It is with great disappointment that I must text this to you. After long deliberation from last night, it's clear that to me that
groomed her, right? I was a predator. I'm aggressive. But in these messages, it shows a little something else, because everybody only got her side. But what would make her even say a quote unquote her side? Because I didn't start anything, contrary to what people want to claim. I didn't start nothing. Everybody say I should have kept this behind the scenes, but I did. So now,
from what is, I'm not exactly sure why it's being posited as if this was kept behind the scenes. This is a video on YouTube, but there were many lives that were done before. Before B. Taylor made her video on YouTube, there were many lives on TikTok. And there were people who has posted some of these lives. So I'm not sure why she's saying that she didn't speak her side. She's been on TikTok talking about this relationship long before B. Taylor came forward. So this is very strange.
Now I keep it behind the scenes so you can create whatever narrative you want to make me the bad guy. But the reality is Princella really the bad guy? Because that's a lot of writing to do to somebody expressing something like that if you know you're the aggressor. I mean, so that was December 5th. What did I say to her December 6th? What did I say to her December 6th? The very next day, I said, "It is with great disappointment that I must text this to you. After long deliberation from last night, it is clear to me that you have a lot of work to do on yourself and are not ready for a genuine dealing with someone. It will not matter if it is a male or female because the internal issues will wreak havoc on any connection you attempt to build. We must take responsibility for our own well-being, and I'm afraid that you are completely unaware of your effect on others. You need release, self-confidence, and self-assurance, and unfortunately, I cannot provide the things that you need. Only you can provide that for yourself. You said something that really stood out to me earlier yesterday before I went live. It really let me know where you want to be. When I spoke about the orca whales and how their codependent sons, pause, let's go to the next text. When I spoke about the orca whales and how their codependent sons are inhibiting their mother's survival, and I likened it to human females mistaking extreme codependency of their sons as love, you made a comment that let me know our relationship will not flourish. You let me know that mothers would rather accept codependency as love. Since that is the case, you could never reach the state of actual love that I'm trying to raise you to. And since you would prefer to see codependency and codependent tendencies as a form of love, you will never attempt to emotionally free yourself and be a fully stable and authentic being to allow others to coexist with you. I fear, let's go to the next one. I say, I fear that it will take Mason and Milo to grow up and have their own lives separate from you before you realize what changes you need to make in yourself. In your mind, you've done nothing to inhibit what could have been so blissful, pure, and flowing. I do not need anything from you. I am with you because I want to be. When you don't need anything from a person, you are not bound to accept any and everything from people that hurt you. I do not need a place to stay, so I'm not obligated to tolerate OCD pop-off tendencies. I can make sure I'm never the cause of you going off by something I did to trigger you, since you will not govern your own triggers. So I will limit my time around you. I can stay at my own place and not have to be the target of such triggers. So I don't need to live with you, and I don't have to drive an hour to see you. That was December 6th. December 16th. So I was going back and forth with her, and she would emotionally manipulate the situation and get me to give her more grace.
I'm confused. Is nobody seeing what it is that I'm seeing? Like, this seems like a normal exchange. Does this seem like a normal exchange? That somebody who you're supposed to be in a relationship with, someone who's supposed to be an equal, is breaking up with you by talking about all the things that you need to do, where they're trying to get you, all of the issues that you have. What is what? And then, so there's a few different things that I heard. She says she would never date a woman with sons, because there's fundamental, like, her belief system, right, extends, and she's like, but I still treat your sons as human beings, right? Oh my God, this right here needs an entire symposianistic breakdown. Inside of your heart, you're harboring feelings against males and women who have boy children. Then you're talking to this person about some sort of interactions with orcas and their mother, knowing that this woman has two sons. And then you're going on about how this person isn't doing that. They're deficient in this way. You're trying to raise them up. I just want people to really pay attention, right? We're all grown. It takes two to tango. Nobody on earth is perfect. We attract our complement. And people attract people who are vibrating at a similar frequency. For everything that B. Taylor has said about Princella, Princella was vibrating at a complementary frequency to her. For everything that Princella is saying, B. Taylor is vibrating at a similar frequency, at a complementary frequency to her. This is how they've attracted one another and how they were able to be in relationship. And then also, what the hell is going on that how much time are we taking to get to know a person before we start bumping our beavers on them? This right here is just, it's sad.
I had a massive headache. I was going to sleep.
Hold on.
She was affecting me mentally. I don't need to live with you, and I don't have to drive an hour to see you. That was December.
So she keeps throwing in her face how long it takes for her to get to this place. You go in there because you want to bump your beaver on her, girl. That's why you go in there. You're not going there altruistically because you're not gaining anything. Why continue to throw in a person's face how long you chose to drive to see your partner? It's
December 6th. December 16th. So I was going back and forth with her, and she would emotionally manipulate the situation and get me to give her more grace.
She would emotionally manipulate the situation and get me to give her more grace. Where is the personal ownership and responsibility for the way that you chose to show up and participate in this relationship? Where is that? I'm seeing a lot of what somebody else is doing, not doing, how they're failing, how they're this. But what I'm not seeing is the ownership. That's what I'm not seeing. And somebody is like, all of this drama during the holidays, exactly. People supposed to be, mothers at this, they supposed to be shopping for presents for their kids and getting the house decorated and having the Yuletide songs and going caroling and all of this. But this?
Because the reality is she was sending me through emotional turmoil. She was affecting me mentally. She was causing me pain.
Nobody is responsible for your feelings. If you have some way of you interpreting something that is distressing to you, you have to look within yourself, and then also you have to figure out, why are you choosing to continually harm yourself through a relationship?
So December 16th, 10 days later.
Somebody is saying she took more ownership than B. Taylor did. We've been in this video for 40 minutes. Give me the timestamp in which she said how she participated in her own feelings, how she was the cause of how she's choosing to feel, how she is responsible for her participation, her driving, the way that she's showing up. All I'm seeing is blame and shift. That's all I'm seeing. And dear, let me just say this to you, right? If you think that this is accountability, if this is your benchmark, then by all means, hi, dozo, go for it, babe. Live your life. At the end of the day, I'm here to talk to people who want to hear and want to learn. If you want to learn that men are the fucking problems and that women are these magnanimous, perfect beings that are faultless in every way and that there's nothing that you need to do differently, if that is how you want to get down and tap dance on it, by all means, baby, go put your little taps on your shoes and just go skipping and a jumping around. However, for the people who want to look inside to see the USOPs, the early warning signs of potential problems that you can see within yourself that you can do differently. Sophie is saying B. Taylor blamed her also, and B is an adult also. I covered the B. Taylor video. Listen, admins, I want you to start putting people in timeouts. I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to discuss somebody else on somebody else's video. I'm not going to discuss what that other person can do differently because I spent 6 hours going over the B. Taylor video talking about what B. Taylor can do differently. Now I'm looking at this video and I will say what it is that can be done differently for your own self-love lessons in your own life. Please. LaShondra saying, calm down. Your mood ain't doing it. A lot of us have seen this video already. A lot of us have not seen the video already, like me. So please, you calm down. Baby, calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Clearly, I guess we back on a positive note 10 days later. Good morning. This was the day, December 16th, I had my Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded workshop. This is at 5:50 in the morning. I sent her a text message. Good morning. Kissy face. She said, good morning. I'm surprised you're awake. I said, yeah, I was asleep when you called. I had a massive headache. I was going to sleep. I was going to sleep it off with meds or without meds. Well, I woke up with the same headache that got worse while I slept. I just took something, but I may have to take another dose. She say, oh no, yes, take something and drink some water and get some sleep. Get yourself some coffee or tea. I say, I've got to get up soon and start prepping my board. I'm going to take another dose. I think I'm sick of something. I don't know where this headache came from. It was a massive headache. It was a massive headache that day. My eyes was hurting and everything, and the headache would not go away. I ended up taking four Advil or something, or 2 BC powders. It was something crazy. It was something crazy because the headache was so bad. Next text message, I say, so I got to get up and prep soon to prep my board. I'm going to take another dose. I think I'm sick of something. I don't know where this headache came from. She said, can you get up at 7? I want the meds to work faster. And I say, it doesn't want to leave. And my eyes hurt, right? So this day, I got an obligation. I got business to take care of. And I got to push through it, even with this massive headache that I got. And my eyes hurt. Same morning, before my workshop, with a massive headache, with this massive headache I got, at 8 o'clock in the morning, she sent me this text message. Same day, December 16th. It's crazy how when I bring up my kids and Santa Claus, you talk about how you're not going to lie to your daughter and have her living in a fantasy world. I don't take that shit personally, although one could. Soon as I talk about me, as soon as I talk about my inference and relation, you're automatically triggered. You just say you expect the worst from me when I say things because apparently it's coming from a negative place. Y'all, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I just told you at 7 that I got a massive headache and my eyes are hurting. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, you want to talk to me about Santa Claus because you got an issue with me not allowing Amaya to believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. So I say, I never brought up anything about your kids believing in Santa until you took slight issue with me not selling Amaya on the Tooth Fairy. You can sell your kids on whatever you want to sell them on. I'm not bringing up any personal stories to explain why I feel you should do things differently in that regard.
What?
I say, I don't need you to tell me it's quote unquote ego, because I won't just sell her on a complete fairy instead of allowing her to imagine her mom being a fairy, the fairy giving her the surprise. Then you bring up how you felt because of your childhood to further justify your judgment. You fail to see your judgment while claiming you ain't judging. Get the fuck out of here. This is on the morning of my workshop where I got a massive headache and my eyes are hurting. And she arguing with me about
You arguing with her?
Tooth fairy.
Okay, let me just listen. If you have something that you need to do, because between 5 and 8, there was obviously some conversations going on. So if you were participating in that conversation, don't wait until now the conversation has shifted for you to now be like, oh, I gotta listen. If you are not feeling well, put your phone on do not disturb and go get your rest. If you're in a conversation with somebody and the conversation is not going how you need it to go, be mature enough to be like, you know what, I gotta go. You don't have any problem walking out of a person's house without saying anything. Just turn your phone on D&D. I don't get it. I don't.
January 1st.
I don't understand why this is being posited as, you see what she did, you see how she was writing, you see what she was doing to me when I had this, instead of, I allowed myself to be in this conversation. I allowed myself to continue to comment. I allowed this. I did this. I'm only seeing you, her. That's all I'm seeing.
January 1st. It's been problems since the beginning, and everybody's saying I should have kept it offline. I did. That's the reason why everything is allowed to look the way it look now, because I did try to handle things behind the scenes. January 1st. Keep that in mind how you do. If you ever wonder why, just remember this. She was on the line doing her typical thing, stressing me out, and I hung up on Clearly. And then I tell her, just keep in mind how you do. If you ever wonder why, just remember this. She said, I just don't feel like arguing. Yeah, by instantly beginning to overtalk me, after accusing me of overtalking you, right after I gave you full respect of not interrupting you, you can have it. Then she say, because you not even listening, like you went right back to responding. It's like I'm not even being heard. I say, the fuck bullshit, I am done. I'm done. January 1. If you actually understood what I said, you wouldn't even be responding that way. January 10th, 9 days later. Now, this screenshot don't mean nothing besides just the date. I'm just trying to get the date established for the next text message.
I just want to point out how, listen, we're supposed to be leaders in this field. January 1, when we can be manifesting, first of all, listen, we're doing a retreat at the end of the year. January 1, we're going to be manifesting what we want our 2024 to look like. Like, we have control. Listen, January 1, I wasn't arguing with a damn person. Not on January 1. It's like...
January 10th, 9 days later. Now, this screenshot don't mean nothing besides just the date. I'm just trying to get the date established for the next text message. January 10th, I say, I prefer not to have any serious conversations with you. From here on out, I will refrain from talking to you about spirituality, religion, and the ills of this world. I can do without all this unnecessary drama. I can do without you dominating and bulldozing conversations to shut me up. I will be expanding my social network, so I'm not leaning on you only for deep conversations. She then says, agree. She didn't say agree. So you all know what I present online. I study this. I desire these conversations even in my personal space. But one of the accusations that I heard was I supposedly was faking behind the scenes, that I really didn't believe the stuff that I was saying. That I'm a fraud. That I'm talking about that I don't really love women or care for women or nothing. That was an accusation that I heard, got back to me. That's not what the text message, because I'm trying to talk to you about.
What do the text messages why are we here? How did we get here? Oh, we're not supposed to be here. Why are we in the middle of this? This does not, there's too many gaps. Like, if you're going to show everything. Don't just show part of the conversation. And then also, most conversations take place over the phone. So what the text messages got to do with what the true crux of the interactions is?
Spirituality. And I'm talking to you about all the stuff that I talk about online. And you have a problem with it. I say, just so you understand, because the biggest part of my being is my life purpose and the woes of this world. This relationship will begin to deteriorate as I will not be able to express my full self, and I will be seeking elsewhere to do so. I'm just being straight up. I don't live or desire to live a surface level existence or deal in things with no depth. That's January 10th. This January 10th, all is leading up to me finally completely cutting the cord. January 10th, same day. What do I tell her? I say, Brittany, when getting with you, it was my intention to build a strong, healthy relationship with a woman, even with the understanding that women are damaged by this system and all of its lies. I was still willing to do this, knowing I would sacrifice some things. However, peace and sanity was never part of the sacrifice deal I made with myself. It is an insult to insinuate any attempt at game playing with you, especially given the amount of times I have tried to reconcile, understand, and have peace with you. So knowing that at any point in time you will select to paint the narrative that I quote unquote pulled you out the closet just to leave you high and dry is more of a reason why this will never work. No amount of effort on my part will be highlighted. The negative based on your feelings and perception on reality will always rule. There is an undertone. Start so I don't get that cut off. I said, there is an undertone, I should go back to that little message, of making it an obligation to deal with the unbearable. Listen to me. I say there is an undertone of making it an obligation to deal with the unbearable solely due to public knowledge of our relationship. She did not want me to break up with her and it be public knowledge, because she was concerned about how everybody was going to look at her. So she wanted me to keep this all behind the scenes. And I did, to protect her ego, because she's so fragile. But I've been tired of this. I say I have attempted many times to have peace and ease with you, all to no avail. It is not fair to either one of us that every other day we are in a form of conflict. This constant conflict eats away at my desire for any form of intimacy. Remember this January. This January, y'all. I say this constant conflict eats away at my desire for any form of intimacy. It gets back to me that supposedly on the LA trip that I was trying to do something crazy sexually, that I'm a sexual deviant or something like that. The truth of the matter is, because by this time I was out. We was broke up by this time. We were broken up. But I had purchased that ticket a month or two prior to the actual LA trip. So the day of LA, I didn't even have 2 words for her. She was flying on the plane with me without me even wanting to talk to her.
This is
so
healthy.
when we was in LA, and when we get to that LA part, I tell you, but I'll go ahead and tell you some of it now. To make a long story short, around LA, we was in the same bed, but I was on this side, she was on the other side. I had my back turned to her. And y'all already know that Pornhub is banned in Texas, right? So I decided that I was going to watch that in my own space with my back turned to her. I'm watching it. She come from all the way on the other side of the bed and come over on my shoulder and ask me what I'm watching, trying to look and see what I'm watching. And she...
Was the earphones in or not? Were you, I mean, come on, you all in the same bed? Wasn't no twin, double queen. There was nothing. This wasn't something you could do in the bathroom peacefully by yourself with the shower head or however, you know. Come on, you're lying in the bed with a person with no headphones in, playing this stuff. So you admit to this. This is unbelievable. Why are you going on a trip with a person that you do not want to speak 2 words to and have them in your same room? This just doesn't make any sense. Get a credit for the ticket or just cancel it or let the person get their own hotel room and just call it a day. You see them at the airport when they're on the plane, you go your separate ways. Why are you two in a hotel room? This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of inconsistencies and a lack of personal accountability. If this is your trip and you bought the ticket, why is this person going on a trip with you that you bought? Cancel the fucking ticket. Why are you laying in the bed watching adult material because XYZ Hub is not available in your state? They have many other websites that are available in the state. That's not the only time that you could watch that.
He say, why you watching that? You don't got to watch that when you got me here. And she got on top of me. And I told her, no, we don't need to do that. Because we broken up. We don't need to do that. She was trying to manipulate me with sex. She got off of me and went straight to sleep. Next day, she gonna say, I ain't never had nobody turn me down. I felt some kind of way.
How much more of this do we need to watch? This is stupid at this point, honestly. This is stupid at this point.
Once you turn me off, because I'm not with women because I'm sexually pervasive or I'm a sapiosexual, I'm a demisexual. Once you mess with my mind and turn me away from seeing you, I don't have no sexual interest in you. So she was trying to use sex as a way to try to keep me attached to her because she feel that I'm trying to separate myself from her.
You're laying in the bed with another adult.
I say, this constant conflict eats away at my desire for any form of intimacy.
The fuck are you doing in a goddamn bed with another adult that you've been intimate with on a trip for which you control the tickets and yet it's somebody else? This sounds like a bunch of mixed messages to me. You're a millionaire, right? Get a separate fucking hotel room for the girl so that you can play the porn as loud as you freaking want. If you don't want to pay for a hotel room and you've already spent your money on a ticket, cancel the fucking ticket. I'm confused as to why we are adults and leaders and we can't figure out how to solve an issue as simple as this. You're in the bed with a person whom you've been intimate with and you're watching adult material in the same bed with apparently no earphones in. This is unbelievable. Get an Airbnb and get 2 separate rooms. This just doesn't make any sense. This sounds like manipulation to me.
Intimacy. It only pushes me into seclusion. This is unfair to both you and me. There's no point in iterating what the grievances or challenges are. It is your responsibility to be self-aware and take responsibility for your contribution to the conflict.
Oh, is she reading something? All I'm hearing is you. This is what you did. This is what she did. This is what she did to me. This is what she made me do. This is how she made me feel. This is what... Nobody's taking personal accountability. Oh my gosh. Listen. I am saying this as a trained life coach. I'm not a person who just didn't come up on the internet, fanned herself a few times and then said that I was something that I'm not. I'm a life coach from an accreditedly recognized trained institution. I'm not seeing the accountability on this woman's part. I'm seeing her continuously talking about what somebody else is doing and how somebody else did something to her. and this person is supposed to be someone leading other people, what are you leading them into? Why are we going on trips with ex-lovers that we're quote unquote broken up with, laying in the same bed with them and playing adult material? Huh? It's time for us to get up and move again. I'm frustrated. I don't even feel like going through this anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't know what. Listen, let's. You know what? Let me read these apples. We'll dance a little bit, and then I'll read the next apple. Okay. So Erica sends $1 and says, "Keep fighting fatigue." Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me send some hearts. All right, and then Sierra sends $25 and says, "Preach Tanya 100 100." I feel you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. It is time for us to get up and dance a little bit. Let's see. What is this? This song is called Icy Cold. All right. All right. So listen, get up out your seat. Get up out your seat. We're just going to move just a little bit. And remember, oh, you know what? Let's see. I mean, this is pretty cool to dance to. Okay, come on. Get up out your seat. Get up. Come on. Let me get this out of my ear. Hold on. I gotta get my thing off. All right. I want to change the music. Hold on. I want to change the music. I want to change it. Let me see what we have. This is called Gotta Get Back. Hey, this sounds like that 1980s hip hop. That's what this sounds like. You remember? Some of you are from back in those days, so you know what it is. You know what it is. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. All right. Whew. All right. That was fun. Okay. Whew. All right. Whew. Okay. Somebody said kid and play. Yes. Yes. I got some old heads in the house. Some 80s babies. All right. Whew. Stefan is saying, Princella is not getting the same grace I gave B. Taylor. You know, I thought that I was pretty hard on B. Taylor, especially in the second video. And then I will also say this. I don't know B. Taylor to posit as if she is a shepherd. I don't know B. Taylor to posit as if she is a leader who is leading people and leading women and operating. I don't know B. Taylor to say that she's operating at a level that is much higher than the average person and leading us into where? I'm going to be much more critical of the person who says they're the leader than the person who says that they're the follower. I am. Am I wrong for that? For having an expectation of a person who is saying, I'm here to guide you, versus the person who is like, what? I'm getting guided? So I probably am a lot harder because there is an expectation of a certain level of personal development before your black ass gets out here and starts saying that you're a leader. I am not as hard on this woman as I am or was to Derek Jackson, who came out here and was leading people where? Huh? I'm not as hard on this person as I was on Kitten Heels. Come on, it's like, let's look at the bigger picture. I'm far too lenient on women. And I'm being just tough enough for you to be able to look at yourself and see your hypocrisies. Please. Please. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Remember, this is not about these people. I need you to really look at the self-love lessons for yourself, please. Please. Princella is a married woman. What now? Are we talking about the fact that Princella is going around smashing her vagina on people and she's a married woman? Are we talking about that? Huh? That she's still legally entwined? Come on now. Don't play in my face. Don't play in my face. Let's continue going forward. The pure audacity. Miras. I can't believe this. Yo estoy sintiendo aquí. Y esta gente está diciendo que esta mujer que fue cuál? Ay, ay, ay. This cannot be real. You can't be serious. Talking about Derek Jackson was a married man. At least he was not a married man while we're watching him go smashing his balls all around the place to the people he's supposed to be leading. And Derek Jackson never even posited himself as some sort of leader trying to take women to the promised land. He was someone who posited as if he was helping women peep game. And we didn't sit up here as he was married to someone else smashing his dick hither and thither. We weren't doing that. Oh my gosh.
Say, I will take mine. I misjudged how much I'd have to sacrifice when choosing to take this on. I jumped too quickly with a relationship due to my desire for a deep connection I know only women can meet. Approaching this with an intent to help you elevate your thinking was the major error I made. I should not approach connections that way. By approaching a relationship this way, it has created the behavior of trying to get you to see approaching this with an intent
Someone
to help
asking, why am I angry? I started out the broadcast angry. I did. So that's how I'm getting down tonight.
you elevate your thinking was the major error I made. I should not approach relationships this way. Hold on. By approaching the relationship this way, it has created the behavior of trying to get you to see and understand things you are simply not ready for. And that is my error. I now understand that when I enter any connection.
So basically, you're too stupid. You're not on my level. You're just not high elevated enough. That's my bad. I should have never tried to elevate you because you're just not going to be able to see things from my high on the mountain guru point of view. This is basically the message.
If the person is not where I am in my understanding, I am to allow them the space and communicate at their level of understanding and feeling. It is not about getting them to understand me or my point of view on anything. I'm beginning to accept that relationships are simply not meant for me in this lifetime. I am here to serve others and do a job. I accept that. It is not my intention to hurt your feelings or anything of the sort. We can still be friends. And with that, there would be no obligation on any of our parts. There is nothing to prove to anyone. There is no need in trying to force oneself to remain in toxicity just to prove things to others. This is what I'm texting her. She killing me on the inside. She killing me.
This is accountability. She killing me on the inside. This doesn't sound like a person who has, see, part of the problem, when you start listening to any platform who is saying the problem is out there, the problem are these people. As long as these people do things in this way, right? That's the problem. As long as you are listening to a platform who is positing that, you're listening to a platform that has a focus and an emphasis on something outside of you. It's men, it's the government, it's white people, it's the land, it's the country, it's the this, it's the that.
And she, from what I understand, is that people say that she escaped me. That she escaped me.
That was the title of my video. that was the title of my video.
But she was the one trying to keep me in this while I'm trying to escape her.
Are you? It doesn't sound, for somebody who's trying to escape with all of the technology we have for blocking people, for doing any number of things. There are many different ways to get away from a person you don't want to be with, especially if you're talking about you a guru leading people. This doesn't make sense to me.
And I'm telling her, because see, I don't care what people think, but she care what people think. So she don't want it to be public knowledge that we broke up. And I'm saying we can still be friends. We do not have to force ourselves to be in this toxicity just to prove something to somebody else. I ain't trying to prove nothing to them. We broke up. It didn't work. She did not want that.
But you taking her on trips, playing with your punani in the bed next to her? I mean, come on now. All right now.
She was scared. You scared of me. You scared to leave me. But the text messages don't show that. The text.
I mean, the girl says you was the first birdie she ever licked. I mean, it could be very difficult that now somebody done made your relationship public. You done got this person and now start smashing fronts together. How do you turn back from that? How do you turn back? I mean, anybody would feel a sort of type of way. Like if you had never bent or bunked your pussy and then you bunk your pussy for somebody, and now they like, well, sayonara. You might be like, my virgin hole can't go back to what it was before. I bunked my pussy for you. So who knows? Listen, if this is her first time engaging in these sorts of things, it might be difficult to be like, girl, now you didn't had me licking around in strange places. I can't go back from this. I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back.
These messages show that everything you were saying that I was, it was actually the other way around. I need y'all to understand that this is a person who's out here making my child a spectacle and causing pain and destruction to my image because I broke up with her. That's all this is about.
After you done had her busting open your clamshell and doing all of that with your oyster, I mean, she feel a type of way. She feel a type of way. She feel a way. What can I say? I mean...
There's nothing to prove to anyone. There's no need in trying to force oneself to remain in toxicity just to prove things to others. The goal is happiness, freedom, and peace. You deserve that.
So
I deserve
leave.
that. But when we're together, we rob each other of all three things.
Oh my God, this is the never-ending breakup. Where is Atreyo? That damn long-ass, white-ass dog flying through the air. Oh my God, this is the never-ending breakup. God, just effing leave. Why isn't this over yet? Oh my God, we're only an hour into this video. How much more of there is this? You remember Atreyo with that fluffy dog dragon flying through the air? This just won't end. Oh my God, please let this be over.
Things. It is I who brings my presence to you. Therefore, I'm the main.
This is too much. Everything gotta be a damn book. Oh my God, oh my gosh. She only showing what she's writing. What's going on? Oh my gosh.
A disruption. It is I who intends to get you to see things outside of what you're ready for, which means it is I who causes the disruptions.
That sounds like God complex to me. My dear one, I'm trying to open your eyes to that which thou dost not see. But this don't sound like an all-powerful God. This sounds like somebody trying to top from the bottom. This is too much. This is too much.
There is a solution to every problem. The main problem is usually something being in the way that creates the issue. If you remove it, things go back to functional behavior. My apologies. This is me.
Oh my goodness, somebody saying I hate lesbians. Now this done turned into hate of lesbians. I'm empathizing with the girl who now done bust open Princella clamshell, licking all on her oyster, and now been cast aside after she done dove into waters unknown. I don't hate lesbian. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing. I'm just saying, why is this going on and on? This is too much. One book after another. You've been breaking up for 4 damn months. At some point, somebody got to stop with these damn messages and conserve their time. This is too much. Oh my gosh.
Remove myself from you.
How long you gonna be removing yourself? Oh my goodness. Oh God. Oh, I'm
But you got everybody out
exhausted.
here believing that I'm some kind of monster. When she was killing me, y'all.
You were being killed, girl. Who was killing you? Show me. Show mama who did it. Who did it? Point
She
to
was
them.
stunned.
Point to who did did you wrong. Let mama come. Where's my belt? Let me get my flip flop. Oh my God, this is too much.
The very next day, because all of them text messages, that was all January 10th. Now we on January 11th. All this leading up to April 29th. Look at how inflammatory she's being. Out here spreading complete lies.
Now somebody is saying, Tanya, you are so unfair. F you. See, that's part of the problem. You can't keep your pussy to yourself. F me? Oh, no, dear. I'm not on the market for that. Mm-mm. No. Let me help you. Talking about F me. Oh, girl, you in the wrong place. Because me not get down like that now. Yo, I don't get down like that. You go F yourself. Woo. No, girl. No. Listen, how much longer? No. Remember those commercials? Say no, then go and tell someone you trust. This is too much. This is too much.
She quotes me. I now understand when I enter any connection, if the person is not where I am, to allow them to communicate at their level of understanding and feeling, end quote. She say, but you never had that grace with me. What? What? I never had that grace? You've been beating me up this entire time.
So now you was getting beat up? Who's the leader here? You the leader or you the follower? Who getting beat up? Look her face as she says this. She looked distressed, don't she? She looked like she was getting beat up. Look at her face. The woman is smirking. The woman is smirking.
Spewing your emotions, going off erratically, out of nowhere. Boggling me down with your traumas. And it's enough is never enough. And then you tell me I ain't never had that grace with you. I don't think you understand the amount of pressure I also felt. The yelling when I've asked you multiple times that that was a childhood trigger. Why am I yelling? If I'm yelling, because I'm a real calm person in my personal life. If I'm yelling, what are you doing to me? Because I'm pleading to you to stop all this emotional abuse.
This is too much. If I'm yelling, it's because of something that you did. I just want you all to pay attention. All jokes aside, right? A leader knows that their actions are a result of their choice. If someone is yelling at you, it's because they made the choice to yell. How much longer are you going to stay in a relationship where you are yelling? This is a little confusing to me. It's like the person who goes out. Like I was watching this movie back in the days where the husband used to beat up the wife. It was like this old Italian family. The husband used to go out, get drunk, and come home and beat up the wife. And one day the kids was like, Ma, you need to leave. They was like, look, Pa is gonna come back. He's gonna be drunk. And she was like, oh, he's not himself when he drinks. Right. But when he is himself, he allows himself to go drink and then come home and start beating you up. This is a conscious choice that he is making. He knows that when he drinks, he quote unquote gets out of control. If you are in a relationship where you are acting uncharacteristic to yourself and you don't like the way you're showing up, leave that relationship. Don't continue for months on end writing soliloquies, paragraphs, and the Iliad in order to freaking leave, and yet you're still in there yelling, hitting, and punching things, talking about somebody else is making you do it. Come on.
Nothing is ever good enough. You popping off on me for no reason. Don't even know what's wrong with you. Nothing is right. No answer is right. You don't even want to tell me how to fix the problem. You don't want a solution. You tell me you don't want a solution. You tell me you don't want one.
Yet this was a person that you were in a relationship with. How much longer?
You just want me to sit there and let you abuse me with a smile on my face. You've
Why are you saying that you're being abused in a voluntary relationship with a person? This just doesn't make any sense. It's like, are you above these abusive relationships? Have you healed and put them behind you? Or are you still susceptible to the abuse? And if you are, what is it that you're doing to heal on the inside so you're not continuing to attract abuse and perpetuate it?
hit things. I hit what? The steering wheel? As you sitting up here yelling at me and pouring out all this stuff and you getting... I'm frustrated with you.
It is very dangerous to be in a car hitting and punching the damn steering wheel, a person yelling and all this other stuff. Please, let's stop all this toxic shit. If you are in a car with someone who is hollering at you, pull the car over, have a conversation. If the person is not willing to have a conversation, get them an Uber, let them go home, and you go about your business, or you take them back home, and you've got to get out of the relationship. Don't see the person. Don't continue to go back and forth in this. I just don't understand why this is still going on.
Then you say, which was a trigger for me in my past abusive relationships. Why are you bringing your relationships with men over here and causing me pain?
What? It says here that she doesn't like the yelling because that's a childhood trigger. It says here you've hit things, which was a trigger for me in the past abusive relationships. A person is bringing up and giving and expounding. I have been in abusive relationships, and though I don't typically talk about the other person while I'm reacting to a person's video, I am going to say this. If you are seeing the USOPs, the early warning signs of potential problems, if you have been in an abusive relationship and you're starting to see those patterns emerge, especially if you know that you have not done the work, that you haven't worked with a therapist, a psychologist, somebody who is dedicated into helping you unravel whatever it is that took place in your past that has you programmed for abuse. It's not your imagination. Listen, punching and hitting on things, you know what? That's a trigger for me too. I don't know where it came from, but I've been always afraid of like abusive men. I remember I was in the car with a friend once, and he started yelling, right? He started yelling. And I'm one of those type of people. You start yelling at me and all of that other stuff. You bigger than me, you stronger than me. I just shut down. I look down at the ground. I close my mouth. I just wait to get out of the situation, because then I am going to, the moment I get a chance to run, I'll run. I told you all about that situation I was in with that guy that was speeding and swerving through traffic. The moment he stopped and I saw a train station, I jumped the hell out of the car. I didn't even close his door because I figured that it'll take him some time to close his own door, right? What the hell is going on? If you see somebody exhibiting some characteristics that are reminiscent of a past abusive relationship and you haven't done the internal healing, pay attention. Go get your healing, because when you see those early warning signs of potential problems, somebody saying she's not abusive, you don't know what a person is behind the scenes. What it is that I am seeing are signs that are indicative of abuse. And look, if a person is having a conversation with you and they're like, you know what, listen, I don't like the yelling, the punching, the screaming, the hitting things. I don't like that. I was in past abusive relationships, and you're continuing to do this. This is problematic.
I just always had this feeling of, quote unquote, if she gets too mad, who knows what she will do. I ain't never even looked at putting my hands on you. I ain't never been in your face. It was you that told me if I didn't love you, I would have been beat your ass. And I'm like, what did I do to you? I didn't even do nothing.
You punching, hitting, screaming, all of this stuff, you're hollering. and you're like, what did I do to you? It sounds like there's a lot. A person screaming and hollering near a person who's triggered by that, and you're like, what did I do to you? This just doesn't sound...
Nothing to you for you to even say this stuff. And now you flipping it like, I always had this feeling that if she gets too mad, who knows what she will do. But I'm not doing nothing to you. You abuse.
This is your rendition of things. You see, the thing is, you're saying in words that this woman was emotionally abusive to you. You're also admitting, you're showing in text message that there is a history of you punching things, hitting things, yelling, hollering. This is documented in your text messages, but yet you're telling us that this woman was emotionally abusive to you. But from what it is that I'm hearing, it sounds like a word salad of blame.
To me emotionally. You won't let me go.
So then call the police. If you have a person who is stalking you, get the police involved, file a restraining order. It's as simple as that. I just don't understand. Empower yourself. Stop acting disempowered.
Stuff. And now you flipping it like, I always had this feeling that if she gets too mad, who knows what she will do. But
that's a legitimate concern. If a person is punching a steering wheel while you're driving, hollering and doing all this other stuff, a person, she's expressing that she doesn't know what will happen.
But I'm not doing nothing to you. You abusing me emotionally. You won't let me go. Which is why I've always tried to remain calm with you. You ain't tried to remain calm with me. All you do is cause me problems. And we'll be able to see that. We'll be able to see that.
All right, let's get to it then. I still don't hear nothing that she is saying that she did wrong.
What is being done to me is totally wrong. Okay. As much as you say you've apologized, I've always owned up.
You see this? What is being done to me?
Let's see. It's like you're quick to snap on people and don't realize it. You have insecurities that you definitely need to work on. I couldn't even say much without you assuming the worst or being insecure about certain things. What's insecure about what? Be specific.
We don't fucking know, because this is your goddamn relationship with the shit that exists behind the scenes. Why the hell are you having a conversation with us publicly about some shit that only you two know about? You like what? That's something that you should have asked in that conversation. Apparently you know what. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Because at this point right here, you just flipping stuff. You just accusing me of stuff. You're flipping this because you don't want to take no accountability or responsibility after I've addressed you multiple times. And I've been trying to leave you and get away.
How do you try to leave someone? Just leave. Take responsibility for the fact that you continue to respond to these messages and do goodness knows what that we don't know about that's in the messages. And Purple is saying she spoke about B. Taylor on TikTok so much before B even spoke out. And this is what the videos are showing, that she spent weeks, if not months, talking about B. Taylor on TikTok before B. Taylor came out. So I'm confused as to why she's saying she never spoke about this. Oh my gosh.
You can see the patterns from your old relationships. Look, you. Now, remember, I took responsibility for me getting with her. Trying to have these elevated conversations, you ain't ready for that. Trying to help you evolve, you're not ready for that. And I'm wrong.
You're not taking accountability by talking about what somebody else isn't. You're not smart enough for me. I need to... No. Accountability is doing what it is that you need to do to take ownership Take ownership for how you participated. Take ownership for how you showed up. Take ownership for the fact that if you want to leave, you leave. And if you don't, you take ownership for you not leaving. Take ownership for your participation. That's the ownership.
Shouldn't have ever, quote unquote, rescued you from the manosphere. I should have never thought that I could help you. And I should have never approached a relationship with the intent to help elevate you. That was on me. That's my bad. But here.
Oh my gosh. When she's talking, see, this is the part that's a little disturbing to me. When she's talking about what she did wrong, she's mentioning somebody else and what somebody else was or wasn't. I should have never tried to rescue you. I should have never. Okay. Let's talk about the brokenness that exists inside of us. Listen, I have some mother issues. I have some unhealed wounds. And I did X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Talk about not anything that has to do with somebody else. Take ownership, responsibility, and then move on. So exactly. Somebody said elevate, question mark. Aqua, thank you. It's like you saying that you're trying to elevate somebody is indicating that they are on a lower level and you are trying to lift them up. That's not an apology. That's not a compliment. That's not even a neutral statement. That's an insult. I'm trying to elevate you. Who the are you? Elevate from what? It's like you're not seeing that you both are in the mud together because you both are vibrating at a similar frequency. That's how this thing was able to work.
You.
That's what your messages sound like. You. And now this is the first thing that you've shown where she's writing all of these paragraphs after months of you paragraphalizing her.
You. Never taking accountability or responsibility for nothing. Everyone is not just quote unquote sensitive, but maybe you can also address that you're insensitive with your partners. I'm insensitive.
That's what she's saying.
I've apologized to you when I was in the wrong, right? I have tried to listen to you. I've tried to sympathize with you. Everything I tried to do has hit a brick wall. Nothing that I do is good enough. Nothing.
This sounds very personal. This doesn't need to be on the internet. This is some messy mess that just needed to be between them two.
Then
Bethany's saying, can you at least let her speak, Tanya? Every sentence you have to disagree strongly, no matter what she says. This shit is so fucking problematic. This whole thing is just so problematic. I'll let it speak. I'll let it run because I really want to get through this. My bad.
She say, I really just feel like this was an entire slap to my face. The experience I've had with men, here she go, trying to manipulate me to stay, right? To try to say, well, trying to compare me to men so it'll make me feel bad and keep giving her more chances. Keep allowing her to keep going first.
I'd like to see where it is that she's saying, please give me more chances. She's expressing herself. And she's saying, the experience I've had with men have never been this dramatic and unpeaceful. And that's truly disheartening to say because I was in isolation and at peace and I haven't been. Like, this was just not a good experience. And I thought it would really change my perspective. I mean, that sounds legitimate to me.
Further and further, because she don't want me to cut this off. Because remember, this comes after me trying to separate myself. This is January 11th. All the other messages was from January 10th. So this is her trying to use a manipulative tactic to keep me here.
It sounds like she's expressing herself.
I just really feel like this was an entire slap to my face. The experience I've had with men have never been this dramatic and unpeaceful. But I'm the one asking you for peace. And that's truly disheartening to say because I was in isolation and at peace and I haven't been like this was just not a good experience and I thought it would really change my perspective. What? This is the only.
She thought it was going to be better on the other side.
Only long text message that she ever sent. And it comes after I done addressed her and let her know that I'm trying to separate myself from her. And as I'm trying to separate myself from her, she pulled this victim card
This
to
is
try
a
to say, I
victim
ain't never had an
card?
experience like this. This was just, manipulation. You doing something to me, right?
Really? This
And
is what
yes, there
she's
was
picking up
pressure.
from that?
What pressure? What pressure are you talking about? Yes, there was pressure. What pressure are you talking about? And yes, there was pressure, especially with women who had hope that these type of relationships would work with other women, but it's almost the same dysfunctional shit or even more. Can't nothing work unless two people work on it. One person can't be doing all the work. So if anybody had hope that this would
Who
work,
was the person doing all of the work? You were elevating her? That was all the work that you were supposedly doing?
it would definitely have been me. Because I have made a conscious, concrete decision that I was going to date women. And I went in with pure intent. I went in with the intentions to work with you. You're
Work
not working
with
me
you?
at all. No
my
accountability.
gosh.
This entire text message is you, 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 you. How any relationship gonna work like that? It can't. And this wouldn't be so embarrassing. She concerned about what other people think. And this wouldn't be so embarrassing if we would have just kept this between us or your private group. But you got on live to dismiss Daryl only to also bring me out. So you concerned about how people look at you and you trying to manipulate me to
Wow. This is, if you want to talk about a lack of self-awareness, B. Taylor claimed that Princella brought her out the closet without her consent. And now she's stating this in text message. She didn't want to come public with this lesbian affair. And she is stating in the message that she felt pressure to stay in this relationship because women were looking at her and this relationship that you brought to the forefront, that you didn't keep private. This sounds very reasonable to me.
feel sorry for you, to keep this shit behind closed doors. You do not want me to break up with you because you're so scared of it not working.
No, she didn't. According to her, she didn't want to be outed. That you're the first woman that she ever dated, and without her consent, you brought it to the public. And she's stating this right now in text message. Wow. This is crazy. Ooh.
Because I have made a conscious, concrete decision that I was going to date women. And I went in with pure intent. I went in with the intentions to work with you. You're not working with me at all. No accountability. This entire text message is you, 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 you. How any relationship gonna work like that? It can't.
She's expressing how it is that she feels. I only see the word you once compared to the messages that Princella was writing with you in every other sentence. This is very interesting. It's like people just don't see. It's ourselves is the hardest people to see. This is why I tell you all to really focus on yourself and figuring yourself out. Otherwise, you sit up thinking that other people are not having accountability when you are doing, oh my gosh.
And this wouldn't be so embarrassing. She concerned about what other people think. And this wouldn't be so embarrassing if we would have just kept this between us or your private group. But you got on live to dismiss Daryl only to also bring me out. So you concerned about how people look at you and you trying to manipulate me to feel sorry for you, to keep this shit behind closed doors.
It sounds it's like, are we reading the same text? It sounds like the manipulation occurred when, in order to rub it in the manosphere's face, you brought her out the closet before she was ready. That's what it sounds like. And this is what you're
reading. You do not want me to
reading.
break up with you because you're so scared of it not working in the public eye. You scared of how people gonna look at you if I leave you.
Right, exactly. Because now you done brought it public. I don't understand why that's hard to understand. You brought the relationship public. Now there is an expectation, especially if this woman now done gone gay for you. There's an expectation that women are now looking at this relationship for guidance, and they're looking to her for how this is going to work for women who are trying to take that plunge. No pun intended.
So you brought me out the closet. And this wouldn't be so embarrassing if you wouldn't have brought me out the closet. Well, we wouldn't even be at the point of ending this if you wasn't causing me mental anguish.
So you admit that you brought her out the closet. Case closed. And then you're saying that the problem is the breakup because we wouldn't have even had to have been breaking up if you didn't cause me mental anguish. Maybe you need to get to know a person a little bit better before you start announcing publicly and claiming the person publicly. And now Princella is now claiming a new woman publicly. How much do you know about this new woman? Or are you going to be having another public breakup in 5 months?
We wouldn't even be at the point of ending this if you wouldn't be causing me mental anguish because I've been trying to work with you. I was trying to get back to having the confidence to build my platform. Is what you trying to build your platform off of destroying my character?
What the are we reading the same shit? Oh my gosh, this is bizarre. This is exhausting, honestly. After this, I'm probably going to have to take a break and just come back tomorrow because she's talking about the past. Oh my goodness, hold on. I was trying to get back to having the confidence to build my platform after many saw my child's father on my page, only to now pick my face off of the floor with the embarrassment about this relationship going downhill. This sounds like a legitimate concern. I don't understand why this is being dismissed. So she already had one embarrassing relationship with her child's father, and then you bring her out the closet only for this whole shit to blow up in the public eye? Wow, this is very strange. Wait, Princella announced that she not with the new girl and don't tell me this bullshit. Don't tell me this. Like, you get out of here with this foolishness. I will not believe that. I will not believe that. I will not believe that.
Anguish. We wouldn't even be at the point of ending this if you wouldn't be causing me mental anguish because I've been trying to work with you.
I'm confused. Like, okay. We all know, we've heard the reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes relationships don't work out. That's the reality of relationships. We learn, we grow, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm fatigued. I need water. Feisty is saying she announced it on TikTok Live. More than one person is saying that? Oh my gosh.
I was trying to get back to having the confidence to build my platform. Is what you trying to build your platform off of destroying my character?
She was trying to build her platform or get the confidence before this relationship. She's talking about the past. What are you talking about?
You trying to build your platform off of telling lies about my child?
Lies about your child? What did she say about the child? That, okay, where's the receipts that it's a lie?
I was trying to get back to having the confidence to build my platform after many saw my child's father on my page only to now pick my face off the floor with the embarrassment about this relationship going downhill. She is embarrassed about relationships going downhill. So she tried to put the...
She's embarrassed about this relationship becoming public. People knowing that she was out there lip smacking cat. And now... Listen, let me continue go forward.
Pressure.
Somebody said Princella can't keep a woman. Why are you all like this? Why must you all behave? I'm not going to believe that her and the 23-year-old broke up already. I ain't going to believe that. Y'all going to have to send me proof of that because I ain't going to believe that. No, not so soon. Not after she just announced this.
The confidence to build my platform. Is what you trying to build your platform off of destroying my character?
Somebody says, where's the receipt that it was the truth? Well, if a person is providing receipts, I don't know. Listen, that was that other woman's point of view. If this woman is providing receipts, show the receipts that it was a lie. Where's the receipts that it was a lie?
You trying to build your platform off of telling lies about my child?
What lie?
I was trying to get back to having the confidence to build my platform after many saw my child's father on my page only to now pick my face off the floor with the embarrassment about this relationship going downhill.
Somebody says she should have her child count to 10 and do her ABCs. Her child can't count to 10 or do the ABCs. No. Don't start saying stuff like that. I haven't heard that now.
Is embarrassed about relationships going downhill. So she tried to put the pressure on me to keep it behind the scenes that I broke up with her because she didn't want to be embarrassed again.
She wanted to keep it behind the scenes that she was out here lip smacking Cat. She ain't want nobody to know that. But you brought her out the closet and now here's the public backlash, the downfall.
And so right now, to try to beat me to the quote unquote punch like she think I'm dragging her out, let me go beat Princella and let me destroy.
Cancer is saying, Tanya, stop saying B. Taylor wanted the relationship to be private when she was all over Princella's videos with her. According to what Princella is reading, we're gonna give 10 more minutes before we do our dance break because I really want to get through a little bit more of this. According to what Princella is reading, Princella brought the woman out the closet and the woman is saying she did not want to come out the fucking closet. What is it that you're not understanding? So what happened, it didn't seem like she had a problem being in the relationship with her. It seemed like she had a problem coming out of the closet against her will. And then now that the cat was out the bag, no pun intended, then she started showing up in these videos with her as her girlfriend after the cat was out the bag.
Her name. Let me go tell all these lies. Let me say I got away from her. Let me say that this, that, and the other because she's embarrassed about failed relationships. And this wouldn't be so embarrassing if we would have just kept this between us or your private group. But you got on live to dismiss Daryl only to also bring me out. I was trying to get back to the confidence to build my platform after many saw my child's father on my page only to now pick my face off the floor with embarrassment about this relationship going downhill. She didn't want to go through it again. I don't think you even understand. So now, forget my mental health. Forget all of the pain you causing me. Bitch, stay in this relationship so I don't have to be embarrassed in the public eye. Princella, stay in this relationship so I don't have to be embarrassed about us breaking up in the public eye.
I don't see her asking you to stay, dear. I don't see that. I don't see her asking you to stay. I see her recounting about the embarrassment now that this is over.
I want my peace back as well. I want y'all to know she ain't got no peace, so keep that in mind. I want y'all to keep that in mind. Put a pin in it. See, I want y'all to understand that I could have taken her down because what she's doing is wrong. Dead wrong. But what am I doing still? What am I doing? I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire. I let this woman talk and tell all these lies. And I've been the bigger person the entire time. I've been the bigger person the entire time trying to keep it moving. All it took was for her to say this crap and people just, they want to believe people are full of shit. You know why? Because a lot of these people full of shit themselves and they just can't believe that it's a true righteous person out here. They really don't want to believe that it's really a
righteous? Well, that sounds very gaudy to me.
Righteous person out here. I ain't did nothing to this girl. And the stuff that she's saying about my child is a lie. Why would you do this to my child?
What's the lie? Which part is the lie? You haven't even heard what she said.
Because you embarrassed about a failed relationship. You don't want nobody to see that you broke up with a woman.
Right.
Or a woman broke it off with you. That's why they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. But I didn't scorn her. She scorned herself. She did this to herself.
Okay.
Anyway, she's like, I don't think you even understand. I want my peace back as well. I don't know why it's hard for you to try to understand me. You see all this selfishness? It's you wrong, and you don't want to understand me. You don't want to focus on me. It's all about her. It's always all about her. I've been nothing but supportive to you and helped you with Amaya. I told you my fear. I told you my fear of building a relationship with Amaya due to this. So now she's trying to manipulate me with quote unquote fear to stay in this relationship. She's trying to manipulate me with fear to make me feel guilty about her building a relationship with Amaya. Don't destroy this because I didn't want this to happen. All these.
Where does she say don't destroy this? She is expressing her feelings for the very first time. This is the only paragraph long text we've seen her write in 6 or 7 months, and she's expressing her feelings.
Manipulative tactics to keep me from not leaving her. She don't want me to leave her. That's all this shit boiled down to. It's all it boiled down to. And you even said, quote unquote, maybe she's the daughter that you needed. Yeah, you keep talking about you wanted a daughter for Princess and put on. Maybe she was a daughter that you needed. I mean, what that got to do with anything? So because I said maybe she was the daughter that you needed after you keep talking about you wanted a little girl that was girly and all of that, you think that I'm supposed to stay and feel guilty just because of that? And she making it seem like I was abusive to her. And everybody wants to believe it because of my sternness, because of how I deliver messages. And everybody looks at me like I'm like a man. So I got to be the abusive one. Are you sure I'm the abusive one? The most wicked people play victim. The most wicked people feign weakness, pretending to be so weak. And they use that weakness, that image of weakness, to manipulate the public. Making me look like I'm the big bad person, but look at all this wicked shit she's doing to me. All this manipulation, all this emotional turmoil and instability. Oh, we ain't got just text messages, baby. Y'all think this is just text messages? Mm-mm. I got video footage too.
Oh, good.
You get to see how B. Taylor actually acts.
Oh, now it's getting juicy.
Oh yeah, you get to see it yourself.
Oh, okay.
She said she was trying to get away from me. Oh, wait till we get close to when this all get kicked off. But this is the timeline. I've been trying to get away from B. Taylor, y'all. She put this narrative out that we just broke up a week ago, and I'm.
Aqua's saying you scream at the little girl during live stream. So this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that she has a history of being very out of pocket with the little girl. So maybe that's why people, and then maybe that's why people think that if you could be out of pocket with a little girl, that you could definitely be out of pocket with a woman.
Already, has it really been a week? Has it really been a week, mama? I just jumped from relationship to relationship, huh? Has it really been a week?
You just jumped to one with a 23-year-old. I don't understand.
Yeah, Princella, the big evil cult leader with no empathy, narcissist. And it's so easy to believe because you can't poke a hole in none of my arguments. I got a lot of confidence and I stand on the square. It's so easy to paint Princella as aggressive, huh? Because I deliver my message with sternness. You really think that have you seen me call her out of her name? In any of these text messages, have I called her out of her name? Have I disrespected her? Have I overridden her feelings? Have I tried to communicate like an adult? I tried to communicate like an adult.
Jesus Christ.
She say, I don't have much to say. I always try to give people space before I make quick decisions, and that's obviously what's needed, but you're so quick and used to cutting people off that genuinely have a care for you, and you dispose and your child like they are just disposable. You see how she manipulated me? You cut people off so fast. You don't give them no time, no grace. You just throw people away like they disposable. You see how she don't want me to leave? But she's so scared to leave me. But she don't want me to leave. You're manipulating me to try to convince me to stay here with you. I always try to give people space before I make quick decisions. And that's obviously what's needed. But you're so quick and used to cutting people off. She don't want me to cut her off. That genuinely have care for you and your child like that, like they are just disposable. It hurt my heart truly that my intentions was to bring you love and light, and to read that. How you gonna bring me love and light? I want y'all to keep this in your, put a pen in this, y'all. Please keep a pen in that. If you got a notepad, write that line down. She say, it was my intentions to bring you love and light.
Oh my God.
How you gonna give love and light if you ain't got none? And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna prove to you through her own words, through her vocalizing it verbatim, you can hear it come out of her own mouth, and through backing it up with text messages. I want you to tell me if these things that she says is indicative of love and light. Just keep a pen in that. Princella the big evil cult leader. She just like the men. Baby, ain't no man communicating with you like that. There's no man out here communicating with you like this. Cut the games. Cut the games.
Oh my God, this is a lot.
Honestly, I wish you would have just thought about telling me this later or on the phone, but through text. I'm upset, angry, and truly hurt. I thought you was trying to get away from me. I thought you was tired of me. How you hurt that I'm trying to leave? I thought you was tired. I thought you was trapped.
We thought you was tired, but you still sending text. Oh my God. This is the
I'm
water.
upset, angry, and truly hurt. So I'm just even second guessing these messages. But whatever, I'm used to this shit. I'll be fine. You see how she trying to run a guilt trip on me to try to make it seem like everybody always fuck over me, and I'm just keep getting this. And this is manipulation to try to make me stay. But whatever, I'm used to this shit. I'll be fine. I'll just say this last thing. My little sister actually said she was scared for me because she know how a heartbreak like this would truly affect me. You see how she using manipulation and guilt tripping? I thought you was trying to get away from me though.
It sounds like she's bidding you adieu and just
you trying to
saying what she hasn't been able to say. That's what it seems like to me. Oh my
gosh. First relationship like this, now I see why she was trying to warn me. Now all that, then I hit her on January 11th. I say shake my head just like I thought. No accountability or responsibility on your part. None whatsoever. I did not send you a long text message about all the issues you have, which are plenty and a great deal of them. This is exactly what you do in conversation. I am not getting in relationships with the intent to fix, be a trauma center, and simply sacrifice my well-being to cater to insecurities or traumas. I can only offer education and elevation. You require too much emotional therapy, and you need to be the center of attention, the priority above everything. It's not even worth wasting my breath over. Brittany is perfect and has no issues and has done nothing to cause any discord.
Yo, this whole shit is toxic and disgusting. This whole thing is toxic. Oh, God, I'm tired. I need to go get some water. And I just, this whole thing just dried me out. This is a bizarre. The thing that's weird about this, right? The thing that's weird about this, right? No accountability or responsibility on your part. It sounds like she's really kind of just being like, yeah, she's speaking her piece. It was embarrassing to be brought out like that. This relationship is failing in front of everyone. Blah, blah, blah. But I feel this. I feel that. I see her talking about how it is that she feels. And then here she comes. I did not send you a long text message about all the issues you have, which are plenty and a great deal of them. We've seen a lot of messages from you about the issues that this woman has, and then weaponizing therapy. And then she says, I'm not getting in relationships with the intent to fix, But you did say that you were that you got into this relationship to elevate her and bring her up to a certain level and all this other stuff. That sounds like you also said that you were trying to save her. So which one is it? Were you trying to fix her or not? Were you trying to lift her and elevate her or not? This is a lot. This is a lot. Both of these people are exhausting. This whole situation is exhausting. I'm tired. And then the whole at the end, this is just a lot. We'll pick up from this point tomorrow. I want to hear what your self-love lesson is from all of this. We're going to get up and we're going to do some stretching. It's pretty late, so I just want us to just have a nice little cool down and then just go from there. If you ever hear a song inside of my videos that you like, just Shazam it.
Una noche
Listen.
pensando en ti, espero que todo
Somebody's
esté
saying
bien.
she sent, hold on, let's pause this real quick. Somebody's talking about how XYZ didn't send XYZ text message. We don't know what text messages were sent. We don't know what was discussed on the phone. You cannot believe that what you're seeing is all of the text messages. You are seeing specific text messages used to curate a narrative. That's what you're seeing. So please, come on, get up out of your seat. Let's get up and just get our stretch on. We've been sitting down for more than an hour since we didn't get up at our 40th break.
Bien difícil falling in love with you cause you made it look so easy. Pensando que me necesitabas y lo permití. Beber un poco para tratar de borrarte de mi mente. Una noche más, tranquilo. Una noche más, cómodo. Una noche más, tranquilo. Una noche más. Te lo juro, nunca te busco ni en los días más oscuros. Y baby, vale la pena en esos momentos duros. Mi corazón no puede más y mis ojos no podían ver la verdad frente a mi baby ya, baby ya.
All right, let's read the apples that have come in, and then we're going to get your self-love lessons from you. So Sayir sends $25 and says, preach Tanya. Thank you. Oh, we saw this one. Jasmine sends $10 and says, let's do a call-in to discuss SLLs. I can't even do a call-in. I'm so tired at this point. Jasmine says, I meant love you on the last one. Let's see, what is it? Oh, well, thank you, and love you too. And Jasmine says, Cash App Tanya TKO, this is a lot to deal with. It really is a lot. Jonathan sends $5 and says, I will only end toxic relationships once. This is what I'm saying. How many times you can be the never-ending relationship? This is too much. Adiola sends $1 and says, please have call-ins. Oh, wow. A lot of people want to call about this. Interesting. Interesting. Jonathan says, honoring consent is a must for relationships. This is the thing. All right. Projection, confirmation, and a merry-go-round. This whole thing was a lot, a boondoggle to the utmost degree. All right, let's take a look at the self-love lessons. I need you to type SLL. And what is it that you have learned about different ways to love yourself from this video that we've watched tonight? Because this is a lot. This whole thing was just a lot. So let me see your SLLs. Oh. This is not about anybody else. This is about you. So I don't want to see you typing anybody else's name. I want to see you start with I and what your self-love lesson is. Let me take these comments off the screen until you all start typing your self-love lessons. I don't want to see anybody else's name. If there's a song that you like, Shazam it and take a look at what it's called. Heal before entering a relationship and know when to leave. Let's talk. I want to see the I in there. I am empowered to walk away from unhealthy relationships and situations. I've learned a lot. Okay. So I want us in our self-love lessons. The only rules are you write from the I, me point of view, and you only talk about what it is that you do want. We don't use words like not, never, don't. None of those. I only want to see what you do want. Okay. SLL, to be more attentive of myself, especially when others are expressing themselves. I will leave at first sight of a red flag. I will forgive myself for relationships that end and give myself time to grieve and confide in my close friends. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am okay with walking away from unhealthy relationships. I will uphold my boundaries. When red flags pop up, I will wave the white flag and move on. I love that. I love that. Yes. Yes. I don't want to see anybody else's name. I only want to see I and me. And I don't want to see any words about not or never or don't. I only want to see what you do want. I will learn how to have healthy disagreements. Yeah, I love that. Yes, yes. We're all human. I see the word no, so rewrite that without the word no or not. I will allow myself the time to make a decision even if others are rushing me. I will only engage in relationships where mutual respect and regard are continually present. I am practicing healthy communication skills. Once a person shows me who they truly are, I will believe them. I love and respect myself and know when to move out. Yes. I will do positive things daily to keep my frequency high. I will attract good and healthy things. Yes. I will love myself and honor myself. I see the word not, so let's rewrite that without the word not. If I'm experiencing mental anguish, I will end the thank you. How much more? How much more? I just love these ladies. We're all valuable and fallible. Seeking my flaws and gifts both is a blessing. I will vow to trust in who I am. Yes. So if you're coming to this video after we get off, I want you to think about your own self-love lesson. What have you learned about different ways to love yourself? And I'll give you all my self-love lesson as we get out of here. There are 800 people on YouTube, 100 on Facebook. Oh, wow. We got a lot of people watching on Twitter. We have about 100 on Twitter and 1 on Twitch. So I'm going to give listen, I'm Tanya TKO. For those of you who are coming into the broadcast late, I am a self-love specialist. My specialty is help you learn to love yourself, how to set boundaries, how to do the things to take care of yourself. That's why we get up and we do our movement breaks and we focus on the self-love lessons, not on other people. This is why, because it's all about loving ourselves, right? I will keep my relationships private, seek therapy if I need it. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Make sure that you are on my text notification squad so you can get a notification whenever I go live. It's $1.99 a month plus fees, or $22 plus fees for the year. And it's $5.99 if you're international, and you get a text whenever I go live. You'll never miss another broadcast. And when we do the next iteration of this, because I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow because I have a bunch of things to do throughout the day and in the evening. So Wednesday, I have to look at my calendar, but Wednesday seems like it may be the soonest that we can do this. So I'm going to give you my self-love lesson and then go from there. All right. So let me put on a nice outro song. Let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, so my self-love lesson from today's video is about meaning what I say and saying what I mean. If I am in a situation and I am feeling anything less than full 100% agreement or desire to be in that situation, oh, they jamming. I need to do what it is that I need to do for myself, and do it swiftly and with self-love in mind. That's my self-love lesson from this, that I cannot blame anybody else for a relationship that I continue to come back into. So I have the word not in there. So let me take the word not out and just only talk about what it is that I do want. I will take full responsibility for my participation in relationships, going and staying. And when things go the direction that they go, I will take responsibility for my choice to remain. I'm drained too. On that note, I will see you all in the next video. You'll get text notifications while you'll get a text when I come back live again. So I'll see you all. Thank you so much for coming out and being a part of this broadcast. Oh, my.
Espero que se note, vale mucho más que los lingotes. Somos la bichote y el bichote, esto es reggaetón puro. Perreamos duro y down. Se nota que estoy tragado. Lo vi venir, por ahí más o menos a las 12. Hay que vivir, hay que sentir, y tú me revives con tu roce. Yeah, baby, cada noche, yeah, al amanecer.
Throw up your boxing gloves. I'll see you all in the next video.